Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video. I'm going to be doing the Garbaugust Trashy book tag, and I was tagged by Fiberazzi, and this tag was created by Criminali, who is the creator of Garbaugust, and I will have those channels linked down below, and I will have the questions down below if you would like to squeeze this August tag in before the end of the month. The first question in this tag is, trashy books are often dismissed by the critics. What's a book which is regarded as trash, which you think has artistic merit or value, artistic value? I think almost all books have artistic value of some kind. There's a few books that I've heard talked about this month that I'm like, okay, that's kind of trash. But I don't own those books. I have trouble calling books trash. But I think that horror books are looked down upon more than other genres. Like, they're trashy and don't have artistic value, but I definitely don't think that is true. It's especially in books like The Fisherman by John Langan, because this is a beautifully written novel with great storytelling that is emotional and tells a great story of grief and loss, and there just happens to be some fantastic horror elements in there as well. But first and foremost, I say that this is a masterpiece with a lot of artistic merit. Question 2. Critics often love books with extreme or challenging content. Which critically praised book did you think was trash? So for this one, I don't know if it's critically acclaimed, but I think one of the most popular and praised book in the horror genre is one that I absolutely despised, and that would be American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. And that seems to be the book that the most people like, and I think it's horrible. Yeah, I could not read another page about watches, expensive watches, and I'm done. DNF. Just vain meanderings and boring nonsense conversations. Eek. Question 3. Not everyone approves of trashy books. What's a book you wouldn't read in public? I don't really care what I read in general in public. There are some books that I would hesitate to bring into work. I work at an elementary school, to read at lunchtime, and we're going to have this currently reading board this year to show what books we're reading, and there's some that I might hesitate to put on the board. And I'm going to put these into two categories. One would be for the title. The title might be misleading, that it is, a terrible book, when it's not as bad as the title might make it seem. And then some, the covers. There's another question in here for your trashiest covers, and probably anything in that question would count for this as well, of things I wouldn't bring to work with me to read. So, titles. titles are the ones I'm highlighting for this question. I probably wouldn't bring something with profanity in the title. Yeah, might be a bad choice, especially for that currently reading board for the kids to look at. Ooh, my teacher reads. Yeah, maybe skip that one. Corpse mouth. Yeah, might skip that one as well. And then this one, Madhouse, and the cover, fantastic. Whoa, look at so much happening. Madhouse, might get the wrong idea. And finally, the worst title of them all, very misleading for the content of the book. Probably will not shout out that I am reading Kill Whitey. Yeah, no. So those ones I might think twice before I talk about bringing to work at the elementary school. Number 4. Books about killer animals are almost always trashy. What animal would you least like to be attacked by? Killer animals are trashy. I don't like that at all. But anyway, the creature or animal that I would least like to be attacked by is spiders. I have a huge fear of spiders, and if I was going to die a slow, painful death of 1,000 bites by 1,000 spiders crawling all over me, that would be the worst. That would definitely be the worst. Number 5, trashy books often flourish in specific genres. What's your favorite trashy subgenre? Okay. So, the things that I've heard talked about as being trashy, the favorite would be cryptid, creature, and animal killers. Like killer animals, killer creatures, and killer cryptids. Those would be my favorite. That's my favorite subgenre. And in my mind, they kind of go together. And I love them all. Do I think they are full of literary merit? Probably not, usually. But I don't think they're trash. I don't think they're trashy. Number 6. Famous people love to milk their fans by publishing books. Which celebrity would you like to read a trashy novel by? I would probably read a trashy novel written by Ryan Reynolds because I think he's hilarious and I think he could write a pretty funny story. Okay, number 7. Trashy books have the best covers. Which books on your shelves have the trashiest covers? Okay, well, I think a lot of books get a bad rap for being trashy when they're not so trashy, but some of the covers are kind of trashy. So, I don't have like a super macho, like action-based trashy cover other than like this would be the most. Brother Bones. Got the killer, the guns, and the mask. It's very cool. I super want to read this. Brother Bones. This is like new modern pulp story. And short stories actually, all about Brother Bones. And I want to read it so bad. The rest of my trashy covers are because they show some skin. So, romance are a lot of mine that show a lot of skin. So this is Kashil Scion, and I don't think this is a trashy book, even though it is romance. I've heard that there's a really great story that goes along with it, and it's kind of a fantasy type thing going on as well as romance. So that one, this one, and this is another title I wouldn't bring to work probably. Slave to Sensation. Immortal Born by Lindsay Sands. Is there a step back? The step back is like tame AF. And the main cover. Okay, romance, the ultimate trashy read. Shapeshifter book. I only have one of those, I think. I probably have more. I have more. Yes, I do. Yeah, I definitely do. But this one is the most ridiculous, I think. This is Hot and Badgered, about shifter honey badgers. So that's, wow. Yeah, that's one of my trashiest. And then horror novels can sometimes be pretty trashy too. Like this one. Or this might be crime. It's a hard case crime story. Blood Sugar. Just because it's showing some skin. It's about razor blades and candy. Halloween. And then The Longest Night. This one was in Paperbacks from Hell. I think it's a cool cover, even though it's kind of trashy. And then this one I just found, and it's like a category all its own. It's a WTF kind of cover that might be a bit sensationalized and just trashy in a way. So this is a Zebra Books cover. Baby with Tail and Cat Head. Yep. Is that trashy? I don't know. It's a category all its own. WTF AF. Number 8. Trashy books often contain adult themes. What's a book you read before you were old enough to? I didn't read any super inappropriate books when I was really little, but in high school I read some pretty adult themed books, but you know, I was a teenager already. I don't think it was that bad, but I did read like all of the old John Saul books, or a bunch of them, and I remember they were pretty intense. Pretty gross for my young, innocent mind. I can't remember which ones I actually read back then. It's so long ago. Yeah, I don't remember. And then the last question. Hey, here's Loki Bear. Oh, hello, Loki. The last question is, if you were a character in a shifter novel, what creature would you want to be, or your partner to be? And, well, I guess I would answer this by saying I've always kind of had a thing for vampires. They're my favorite creature. So, creature that they would turn into, if they were a vampire, would probably be a bat. So, going with bat. That is all the questions. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what your favorite cover or title that I showed today was. Do you think that killer animal books are trashy? Let's talk about it. And I will be back very soon with another book related video. Thanks. Bye.